Law and Order. Now, we were talking about New York.
Yeah.
Okay, so you adjust well to the cabbie thing?
I adjust really great to the cabbie thing. You get a lot of information from cabbies in New York that you wouldn't normally get.
All
They're
right.
not scared to tell you about their personal lives.
Really? Even if you don't ask?
Oh, yeah. One time I was in a cab and he starts telling me, I'm like, so, how is it? How's the driving? He's like, oh, I love it. This lady, she wants to have three-way with me. I'm like, okay, pal, how about this corner? It's great. I'm out of here.
Are you a subway? Are you good on the subway?
I'm good on the subway.
Yeah.
You know, I've been blessed. Being a, as we say, brother in blue.
Right.
The cops have taken to giving me rides around town.
Oh, that's all right.
Yes, they have. Well, actually, they haven't taken to give it to me. I actually bang on the car and say, will you give me a ride? I can't get a cab. And they go, no, we can't do that. I go, you give it to Belzer. Belzer's
Oh,
on
yeah.
the
Oh,
show.
sure. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
So,
yeah, they give anybody a ride.
they are so funny. And now, you know, as the show gets, you know, more popular, and it's, you know, you have this, like, code. Like, you know, you you see the cops on the street, and you're like, what up, G? Even if they're white.
Now, what is that? Does that mean you don't get any tickets? Is that what
Well, I'll tell you what it means is they've been really great. We had one unfortunate thing happen to me. Peter and I, when we were engaged, I wanted to get married on the West Coast because obviously that's where I'm from. But we live in New York, and so we had flown out here, and we had 20 minutes to find a location.
Right.
So we were going up to Montecito, and my wedding planner was driving like a bat out of hell because we had 4 locations to see that day. So Peter runs a red light, and then he's going literally 80 in the 35. Okay.
That seems fair.
So we get pulled over. We get pulled over by this guy. Guy walks out. Guy comes up. He looks like a Chips guy.
Yeah.
He gets you know the guy in Thelma and Louise. They pulled him over in the desert, and then they lock him in the trunk.
Right.
He's that guy.
That guy. Okay.
He's militant, kind of angry, crew cut. I'm not playing, sweet cheeks guy. So he comes up to Peter and he's like, "Sir, can I see your driver's license?" And I say to Peter, "Let me handle this." So he goes, Peter's like, "What? Let me handle this? What's the handle? I got a ticket. I'm fine with it." And I go, "No." I open my car door and I hear, "Ma'am, get back in the vehicle!" And I'm thinking, oh my God, that was good police voice. I should see if I can have him on the show. So I say, "Sir, is it okay if I get out of the car?" And he says, "Why do you need to get out of the car?" I said, "I'd just like to talk to you if it's okay." I put my arms up, bring my purse, of course. We go to the back of the car and I said, "Hi," and let him do a spiel. And then I said, "Sir, I'm not a cop, but I play one on TV." And my friends are looking at me going, "She is shameless." And so he goes, "Ma'am, I don't watch TV."
Oh, yeah.
So I said, "Well, that's you could ask some of your, family members, but I really am on the show." And he's like, "That's great. I don't watch TV." And he starts to walk to his car, and I go, "Sir, just one second. I have something in my purse that I'd like to show you." And he says, I said, "It's a little card." And he goes, "Ma'am, I've never heard of a little card." And I said, "Would you just let me show you this card?" So I reach into my purse very slowly because he thinks I'm like pulling a weapon. Of course, I reach in and I give him this little card. He takes it. He walks back to his car. 25 minutes later, he comes back to the car and he says, "Pissed. Drive more carefully."
Oh, that's great.
It turns out that, you see, my brothers in blue had given me this little police benevolence association card. And it's horrible, and I feel so bad about it.
Oh, yeah, you
now.
feel terrible.
No,
about
I really do, and I decided that we're never going to use it again because the guy came back and
sell
this
it
is
to
his
me.
job.
Give it to me, the card. I'll tell you the best one. A woman I know got pulled over by the CHP, and she starts to write the ticket, and this is absolutely true, and she says, "Well, can I buy a ticket to the highway patrolman's ball?" And the cop says, "Highway patrolmen don't have any balls." And then she starts to laugh, and he turns red, and he gets in the car and drives it. He just put it down, drove away.
That's good stuff. Wow.
Let's show a clip. Here's a clip from, what are you going to see here? This is, Marty Short. Marty Short is in it.
Marty Short was on the show, and I have to say,
in a dramatic role, all right?
in a dramatic role, and
Yeah.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
But I have to say this, most difficult person I've ever worked with.
Why is it?
Why? The guy is so funny.
Oh, yeah, he's hilarious.
I couldn't concentrate, and I would be like crying right before we roll, and he's making jokes, and I'm crying. He looks at me right before we roll, he goes, Nice frontage. What? He was so funny. We had the greatest time in the world, and he's so amazing in the show. Amazing. Like, we've never seen him. I hate saying that.
He's playing a psychic
He's
here,
playing
right?
a psychic who we've learned, the police has figured out that these psychics figure out how to read facial expressions. So they have told me to go in there and give him wrong cues.
Okay, let's take a look. Here we go.
It's someone very important in your life, but I don't see that he's really been there for you.
Oh, he's been busy at work.
I'm sorry, but I see him with other women.
Oh, my God. How do you know that?
It's your father, isn't it?
No. It's not my father.
Well, there is a problem with your husband.
What about him?
You don't have one.
Good.
Well, terrific. You got to come out and see us more often. You're a great guest.
Thank you.
MariskaHargitay. Be right back with
Thank you.
Daryl Hannah.